Hello lovelies, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mboya. I'm a nurse. I practice adult nursing in the United Kingdom. This channel we talk about traveling, migration, nursing and everything else. Today we are going to talk about OET writing for nurses. OET is professional specific. So if you are a doctor, you will write OET for doctors. If you are a nurse, you will write OET for nurses. If you are a physiotherapist, you will do OET for physiotherapists. So I have made a structure for OET for nurses in this video. Please go back, watch this video. This one, yes, that one. Go and watch that video back so that you can be able to understand better what you're going to talk about today. So what are you going to expect when you are writing OET writing module? You will expect to have an answer sheet that is structured like, it looks like this, something like this. And you will get two plain sheets, two plain scrap papers, and a question paper which has case notes in it. The case notes we can say it's a question for writing module here. So you are going to spend 45 minutes to complete the whole thing. 5 minutes is given to you to read through the case notes. You don't write anything at that moment. After the 5 minutes has passed, you are left with 40. That's when the examiner will instruct you to start. And then you will go through the writing for 40 minutes. After you have completed, then they will collect their papers. So, OET writing, you need to know the criteria for assessment for you to be able to master this module. There are 6 criterions that you need to focus on and make sure that you master each time you practice. So these criterions are the purpose, content, conciseness and clarity, genre and style, organization and layout, and lastly, language. So these are the 6 criterions that you will have to make sure that each time you practice OET writing, you put your mind into fulfilling all 6. If you do that, you will pass OET with flying colors for this module. So after you have made sure that you are comfortable with the assessment criteria, by the way, the assessment criteria is nicely explained on the OET website in the form of a table, how you are marked and how many marks are allocated for each criterion. So if you know that you master the purpose, you already know that you have this much marks. If you know you master the layout, you already know that with organization and layout, I have this much. Before you can even start writing, the person who's going to mark you should be able to say the layout is perfect without even reading anything that you have written down there. So this brings me to the next subsection that you are going to hammer at. It's the layout of this letter. So the layout should be like, so let me take this picture, this page. You have this plain paper. You are going to write a letter to a health professional or to a school teacher or anyone that you are writing to. You need to make sure that the layout is perfect. So what you are going to do, the layout for OET letter for nurses is, this is the page. On the upper corner of the left side of the page, that's where you're going to put your address. So this page will be looking at you and you looking at it. The left side, but the left side, anatomical left side of the body, that's where you're going to put your address. The first thing that you write is the name of the person you are writing to. The second thing is the profession, or their title. After their title, the address of their institution or where the office is located. And then after that, the street name or street number. The last thing of the address should be the township or the city. That's what you include for the address. All this information will be on the case notes. They will be on the case notes. Actually, the last thing on the case notes is the task. That's where you will find the address. After the address comes the date. On the case notes, it will say, assume today's date is, and then they will give you the date. Or they will say, take the date as today's date. So if you are writing OET on Monday the 2nd of July 2024, make sure that if they say it's today's date, you write the date for the day of the examination. But if not, they will give you the date on the case notes. So be vigilant. After the date, then it's a greeting to the person that you are writing to. Let's say the name of the person that you are writing to has been mentioned on the case notes. You will have to say, Dear Mpoi, or if the name is not mentioned, you'll say, Dear Gynecologist, because that title will forever be mentioned. After the greeting, then comes to the reference. The reference is the patient. So the reference, you will write Mpoi Angelina, date of birth 01/01/2021. That's how you write the reference, and you are done. Then there comes the body of the letter. The body of the letter, that's where you will incorporate all other 5 aspects of the assessment criterion. The other one, which is layout and organizational layout, is there are no number of paragraphs mentioned by OET officials, but it's best to limit your paragraphs to 5. If you go beyond 5, that's too much. If you go below 3, that's nothing. It will look like you are lazy. So normally the experts say OET writing should be at least between, the paragraphs should be between 3 and 5. There is no definite answer for that, but the layout should be short, precise, and cute. So after the reference, it's the purpose. The purpose of the letter. Why are you writing to this person? The purpose should be short, straight to the point, and should not be detailed. This is the first paragraph. Do not detail this. If you are referring, you are just going to say, I hereby refer so and so who has been admitted on my hospital on this date for this. That's it. You don't detail what has been done, what happened, why just say, I'm referring this person to your facility because he needs x-ray. That's it. The purpose has to be short, precise, and straight to the point. Sometimes you'll see that it has about 3 lines. For people like me, the lines are going to be 4 around there. When I looked into my practice materials, I always had 4 or 3 lines, 3 or 4 lines. That was the first paragraph. But don't be intimidated by the fact that so you want to write 3 lines like myself. Make sure that it is short, precise, and straight to the point. If the detail of the purpose why you are writing the letter is there and it's within one line, it's fine. After you have written your purpose, skip the line, just one line, then you write the second paragraph. The second paragraph must be the past medical history or past surgical history, including past pharmaceutical history of the person that you are caring for. Those are the information that you have to include on the second paragraph. Past medical information, past pharmaceutical information, past surgical information, provided is the key information associated to why the person is under your care. Take for an example, this person has been admitted because of elevated glucose levels. I don't think it would be needed for you to mention that he has had craniotomy 10 years because of car accident. It's not relevant. So all the information on the case notes that refer to this person, choose the ones that you think are relevant to the information why he is under your care. The case notes that you are reading during the test day, you are the nurse or you are the doctor or you are the physiotherapist at that moment. So those case notes refer to you. So the person on those case notes is your patient. You need to make sure that the information that you write on that letter refer to the information why the person is under your care. That's paragraph number 2. Paragraph number 3 is what have been done. What has been done by the doctors, by the nurses, the physiotherapists, the dietitians, while this person has been under your care. The facility where you are working, what did they do for this person currently when he was admitted in your facility? That is information for paragraph 3. Then the last paragraph is the recommendations. Let's say you are referring this person back to the care home that he came from. And then sustained a fracture. Now, when he was under your care, he went under OET, and now the open wounds are being traced. Your recommendations is, please, can you kindly continue with daily tracings until these days, and he needs to be seen by outpatient department from wound care on this date. Those are your recommendations. Maybe you will also include that if it's on the case notes, you include that the dietary adjustment, increased food high in calcium and. But make sure that you don't express your opinions or your knowledge when you are doing OET. You use the information given on this case notes. Once you've written your recommendations, now you avail yourself for this person. The last paragraph is you avail yourself for the person you are writing to. You can just say, if you need more information, don't hesitate to contact me. Avail yourself. If this person needs to come back, don't hesitate to consult. Avail yourself. That's the last paragraph. You can also paraphrase the purpose why you are writing the letter. Remember, if you are referring this person for X-ray, you'll say, just let us know when the X-ray has been done. That's what you are done. And then you salute. Yours sincerely, Mboyi. You are done with OET writing. So you remember the one of the criterions is language. The language that you use there, that's where the grammar is assessed. So sentence construction, grammar, verbs, salutations, punctuation, that's within the context of the paragraphs in the body of the letter. That's when they will assess sentence construction, content, grammar, tense, and everything. Be careful of tense. I will always say this, because if you are a health professional, you know that the tense needs to be precise to avoid unnecessary mistakes. If this person has underwent laparotomy, make sure that you put it into past tense. If this person is to go for laparotomy, make sure it's in the future tense. But if you make mistakes with tense, but what we are madimu? So tense should be proper, and they normally don't have a Steve. Sometimes you make minor mistakes, like where you need to input, let's say, professional. I know the spelling of professional is still messing up with my head even today. I cannot remember whether it's double F or it's double S. But if you read through, you will see that it's a professional. Those kind of mistakes, sometimes they just turn a blind eye. But if you do them multiple times, that's when you'll be penalized. But roughly, this is how you do OET writing. I will not be writing a letter for you guys, because if I do that, that will be stereotyping you. Please go read the sample tests on the OET websites. They are there, there are many. Just read through. Don't use abbreviations. I beg. I will advise you not to use abbreviations at all. Some abbreviations are well known, such as BP, blood pressure. BP is known everywhere in the world. But if you want to gain word count, you remember you have to be within a limit of 180 and 200 words. If you want proper word count, my advice is don't use abbreviations. Write in full. It will give you score in word count. And make sure that you are straight to the point. You don't need to write a long letter. As long as you have 180 words, you will pass if you include all relevant information. That's what I wanted to share with you today. Tell me if this will work, you think this works for you, or just keep the conversation going below. Mention which tip works for you and which one did not work for you. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will link the useful website under this video on the description of the video for you to go and look into samples of writing letters for nurses. I'll see you in my next one. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.